Have you ever thought about the copyrights? Well, in this video you're gonna learn what they are. Let's begin by searching for the public catalog copyright search. After the search, we're gonna click on the first link, that is the copyright catalog from the Library of Congress. Entering on this link, we can see that this is a government database from the Copyright Office. To search for a copyright, you just go to the search bar and plug in any title, name, keyword, registration number, document, comment. If you want to narrow more your search, you just go to the advanced search and you put the limits of your search to narrow it. But today, even though if you have tips, we're gonna use the basic search. For our basic search today, we're gonna use a movie. Let's plug Batman Begins and see what happens. Let's plug title and then start search. Scrolling down, you can see we have a lot of results, but we have the year. So if we search the year of the movie, Batman Begins, which movie was released in 2005, now we can go here and we have a range of years to select from. Now we see this title here. This title is the motion picture that we're looking for. It has also some results that are related with the movie, but we're gonna go ahead and click on the movie. Now with the search, we can see that this page of the motion picture has some notes of the type of work, other titles, and also the name of the enterprises that own the copyrights. So yeah, this is all you need to know about copyrights. Or not. Let's go ahead to the chapter 6 in the Credible book by Carnal Junger about licensing. So here the copyrights have another name. If we read, we have two types of licenses, the closed ones and the open ones. So the copyrights are part of the closed ones. They are defined by the Copyright Office as the form of protection provided by the laws of the United States for original works of authorship. They are not extended to any idea, procedure, process, system, title, principle, or discovery. Essentially, when someone writes or creates something original, their tangible product is automatically covered under copyrights. This means that the creator has the right to sell or profit from their creation and limit other people's use of their work. However, what are the open ones? Scrolling now, we can see that the term relies to the free access for the public without any author's permission. Its name is also public domain, which means that the owners left the work for the public. Here is something important. A work becomes public domain in two ways. The first, the copyright on the work may have expired. The second is that the copyright is granted for the life of the author plus 70 years. After that year, it becomes public domain. If we click on the guide for the duration of copyrights from the Copyright Office, we can see that it doesn't depend only for one author. If the work was made for more than one author, it's until the last author's death that the 70 years start counting, before coming to public domain. On the Credible book, we can also see that there are some signs about the open access. So this one is the Creative Commons, and we have a lot other ones. BY, NC, SA, and ND. Even if we see the class and textbook Be Credible have also an open license. But this is just a small part of what we have to know about copyrights. But we have to learn also about the 5 copyright terms. The first one are the copyrights. We know that the copyrights are the law protecting the author's work, but they are different about the second term, that are the trademarks, because the trademarks are protected by law, but they are slogans or logos or something related with commerce and companies. The third one is the fair use, which is the the ways that we can use the pieces without infringement of copyrights, and the fifth one is the public domain, which are the open sources, but we're gonna talk about them in other videos. So let's continue talking about copyrights. If we want to search for copyrights, as we did with the Batman Begins movie, we can do it through the database from the Copyright Office. However, the database has only results from 1970 to the present. That is why to search for the laws of copyright, we can come to the Copyright Office website and download the 370 pages of the laws of copyright. But nowadays, this is not an effective way to search for copyrights. If we want to know about copyrights, we have to do it differently. Why copyrights matter? The answer: social media. If you go to the Stanford University libraries, you can search for a lot of information about copyrights and fair use. But to talk more about the public domain, we can see that according to Stanford University, all works published in the United States before 1924 are in the public domain. The works that are after 1923 but before 1978 are protected by 95 years from the date of the publication. Also, the works after 1977 last for the life of the author plus 70 years, and the work, if the work was not published or had renewed the copyrights between the 1924 and 1963, it can be also part of the public domain. It is really a good idea to find information about the public domain because sometimes we don't know anything about copyrights, and Stanford University does a really good job helping people to understand better than in the copyright law all the aspects that we have to know because sometimes we don't know what to share, and sometimes we share something that violates copyrights and we don't know. That is why we're going to see some examples of internet. If we go and search on the Instagram Help Center, they have a really well explained copyright definition from the Copyright Office also. They have also frequently asked questions down. Also, you can see that the visual audio and written pieces are the main ones covered by copyrights. They explain also what is not covered by copyrights, and lastly, what you think but maybe is not true about copyrights. Like if you're in a picture and you think you owned the copyrights, or you took a picture of the same thing that other person, you don't own the copyrights of the both pictures. Also, they have the same information about the duration of copyrights and the difference between the copyright and the trademark. This Instagram website also has the way we can report if something is bad with the copyrights. Also the 4 principles of fair use that we're going to explain in another video, but here are the main important ones. These 4 principles of fair use that the website has are part of the index of the Copyright Office. You can search also in the Copyright Office website. You have to keep in mind that these copyright terms and conditions are part of the United States and it can change in other countries. Instagram also does a very good job debunking some myths about copyrights, like if you put credit on your work, it doesn't mean that you violate, but it's still violating copyrights. So now let's see YouTube. If you go to the YouTube About page, it has a special tab for copyrights, but we're gonna talk about the one that says what is copyrights. It has some examples of the pieces that could be protected, It has also some videos to explain how to use music and how to use resources from the same libraries of YouTube. That's same as the fair use guidelines, with the same 4 principles of fair use that we saw in the Instagram page. It could be a really good idea to know how to use the fair use also, but this is gonna be in another video, and to read the myth part so we know what to believe and what to trust. If we go to copyright policy on the help center on Twitter, we cannot find anything as complete as the other ones, but at least they share some links to the copyright office documents that we already saw how to get, and yeah. If you go to the Facebook Help Center, they also have a definition about copyrights. They also have some places to learn more about copyrights, what to share, what not to share, how we know what we are sharing, or if we possess the copyrights of something. It has some tips, and they also have the fair use part with the same 4 principles.